Okay, this is Andy Graham of the Ask Andy Show. I've traveled non-stop for 16 plus years and went to 90 countries. I answered global questions. I probably ask them too. Okay, a question by Paul M. He asked, "Hello Andy, first time question here. Do you recommend any vaccines for would-be travelers beyond that are required by whatever country one is going to?" Thanks. It's Paul from Philly. I guess you're from Philadelphia. The only two things I know that I've ever heard of is the yellow fever, and you can get it. You know, I had to get it the first time. I got it in Ecuador, really, like 10 years ago, the first time, to go into the country of Brazil, and then I got another one, I think, in. I got one. Every time I go to Africa, I have to bring out this little certificate saying I have it. I wouldn't probably get it in the United States because I doubt that it'd be such a hassle. You might as well just wait until you go to another country and then get it in the adjoining country. Unless you're going to the first-time countries, to a country where you need it, then you're going to have to get it in America. It usually costs me about, I don't know, $35, and they give you a certificate. And I have to carry that certificate with me. Now in Africa, I was carrying a certificate saying by the World Health Organization that you shouldn't get subsequent ones, because I was afraid they say, because one time I was going into Benin and they acted like mine had expired, and I carried a slip because I don't really think it's wise to get one of these over and over and over again. But there's a lot of countries on the planet, a lot of African countries require yellow fever. There are some countries now that are requiring AIDS tests, and I haven't entered one that's required that yet, but I've seen that, and I've seen it starting to pop up on it. As far as vaccinations and things that you would require to travel, whatever you do, I would not get the malaria stuff. I wouldn't take malaria medicine ever. I think this is like basically the malaria medicine they give you is like taking the cure for malaria has 13 cures, and you can take this poison that kills parasites. It's like a low-level poison that kills the parasite, and you know, this stuff's poison, right? And you're taking it on a thing. It's actually quite easy to get rid of malaria, but when you're in the country, you should buy malaria medicine. If it's got malaria someplace, or paludisme in French, you should buy the medicine there, like just buy it at a pharmacy, even though you don't have it, and then take it home with you, and be aware that it could take 15 days to onset. The way you know you got malaria is if you're like falling out of your chair. If you're like falling out of your chair, you got malaria. It's like fatigue at unlimited levels. And it really don't kill anybody except small children and really old people with weak hearts or something like that. But I would highly recommend you not pay too much attention to the vaccines and all this stuff that these doctors would tell you. I've never met a traveler that's really got preoccupied with these, and I've never really seen it. The only one you got to do is get yellow fever to get into some countries. I hope it's not going to start raining. It's starting to rain, I think. Okay, I'm having a lot of trouble. It's temporada de viento here. That means the season of wind. So in July and August, I guess it gets really windy here in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, where I'm at. I need to be in Europe. I want to go to Bulgaria. Okay, Andy Graham, thank you. Good question, though. Always good to stay medically aware, but don't over-medicate. And I do want to tell you, if you got a big, long bag full of medicine, I think if you start traveling, you'll eventually get rid of that big bag and pare it down to what you really need and not all this stuff.
We can